Those who walk with the Lord in love.
Who are on the plaque. One is Alan Herman, who died at Compiègne. He was there on September the 10th,
when he was killed.
1967, when he was killed. Alan Herman was a wonderful young guy. He was one of the few married candidates in our OCS class, successfully completed OCS, and was a very gung-ho young Marine officer. It's a credit to the Marine Corps, and I hope he will always be remembered, not only by his family and his friends, but all of us here today. The second person is Don Perkins. Don was with me at Way City. Don was killed on February the 2nd, the third day of the Battle of Way. And Don was a superior officer. He was always enthusiastic. No challenge went undone when Don was involved. And Don was another young guy who had a lot of opportunity in life, and he chose to express his patriotism by joining the Marine Corps at a difficult time in our history. And he served with honor and commendation. And Don is now buried at Arlington National Cemetery.
Cullinan, he was president of his class at Providence College. One of the nicest people you'll ever meet. What makes that really touching, he, myself, and one other guy reported into, we were all engineers. We reported in Da Nang, and this colonel came in and he said, I got 3 slots open. We got a bridge outfit, and we got 2 engineering, battalion engineers. And I said, well, that's what we did around. And I ended up taking bridge. Cullinan was one of the other 2. He was going back, he was going on R&R, that's 110 of 68. He was going back on R&R to get engaged in Hawaii with a galley gone all through school. And of course at OCS and TBS, I roomed with him for a while at TBS. They always said, don't get married because you're gonna come back different and she's gonna be different and all that. He was gonna put up with that. He's going back, and there was a mine, they were out working around, he jumped down, there was another one, took care of him. And the other one was Ted Christian. We spent a lot of time in OCS together. We were both about the size, age, and shape. He got killed up at Compiègne like 2 days later.
Went down there to meet him, and coincidentally, the helicopter I was on got shot down, and got down there a couple of days late. When I walked into the office, found out that he had been shot out of the sky about the same time that I had gone down the helicopter. That was kind of a shock. Another guy that was on there, 3 of my roommates, Scully, Sweet, and Fred Williams. And I didn't get to room with Fred Williams too much because we were second lieutenants and he was a first lieutenant, so he had to go up with the big boys. And the other one that was in there is Joe Welker. One snowy Saturday afternoon at basic school, he took me down to the gym. And he asked if I wanted to do a little boxing, a little sparring. And I said, okay, fine. I had seen TV shows and, you know, you keep your hands up. And we got into the ring and I laid on the carpet. I never saw it coming. Come to find out he had been a college boxer, and he let me know how it was done. And that.
Good guy. He died his last day in the field. He was leaving the next day to go to Taiwan to be the R&R liaison officer. And tough loss. Okay, enough of that. We're gonna do a little.
Oh, I'd just love to say a few words. My name is Paul. I was engaged to House Rath, fraternity brother and really good friend of Mike West, who has invited me here today. Don and I met in Georgetown. We were engaged and we were to be married during R&R in Hawaii. I fell in love with him in 1967, and I remain in love with him to this very moment. He was, my belly still aches from the laughter that he brought to everyone who knew him. He was an amazing man, an amazing son.
But I want to point out some names here because I've got a closed group on Facebook, 42nd OCC/TBS 4-67. I got 4 members that are sons whose names are up here. Mike Ryan, son of William Cornelius Rhino Ryan. Bob Triglet lives in Houston. Rem Wyatt, and very, very good friend of mine who was the first of our class to be killed on August the 10th, 1967. The third, this is Tom Deneen Jr. All of these 4, and there's others I'm sure.
You know, it's tough when you become a general officer, you're supposed to never show emotion, right?
Who made that rule?
This one is tough. So I just want to say a little something. I took many of us were well aware of Rudyard Kipling's poetry when we went to Vietnam. And so I've kind of twisted and turned a little bit on Gunga Din in the last part. So we'll meet them later on in that place where they have gone, where there's always happy hour, and they will all be squatting at the bar. The tropical breeze will be coming across the shoals, and the pretty angels will be serving all these souls. Yes, fun, fun, fun. You earned it, you leatherneck knuckleheads. By the living God that made you, you are better Marines than those who made you. Rest in peace. Semper Fi, Marines.
Thank you.
To those who have gone before.
Semper Fi.
Is their hope full of immortality. Chastise a little, they shall be greatly blessed, because God has struck. Tried them and found them worthy of himself. As gold in the furnace, they proved themselves, and as sacrificial offerings he took them to himself. In the time of judgment they shall shine and dart about as sparks through stubble. They shall judge nations and rule over peoples, and the Lord shall be their king forever.